Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man Drutube, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. The one thing that narcissists have gotten right, and wrong at the same time because of their misuse of it. People may look at narcissists and be like, yo, there's nothing besides their activity, the manipulation, how they behave to other people. There's nothing I can learn from them. I beg to differ. The one thing that narcissists have right and wrong at the same time is their idea about themselves. They have a really huge, large idea about themselves, all right? They got like the Kanye song, they got a big ego, all right? And only if they used it for good would they be able to benefit off of it, and they wouldn't have to misuse people. They could use their powers for good. But they rather use their powers for bad to see who they could crush, see who they could destroy. But we're not really going to get into that too much on this video. The one thing that we're going to talk about is their idea about themselves. And that's what we can learn from them. They, despite being who they are, despite what they do, despite, what they bring to the table, they have a certain idea about themselves that everybody can learn from. They don't let you tell them anything about who they are. They know who they are. It's just they don't associate themselves with the most positive things. They associate themselves with having to manipulate to get what they want. And they associate themselves with having low self-esteem. And it's not a real association with who they think they are. It's like a facade. So if they were to actually like associate themselves with who they actually thought they were, they, without having to step on anybody, without it having to betray anyone, without having to make anybody feel small about themselves, they could actually become that person. So you being a good person or a righteous person, whatever you feel about yourself, however you feel about yourself, whatever you may tend to call yourself, make sure that you associate yourself with the good that you see yourself being. All right. The one thing you could take from a narcissist is that stubbornness that they have about themselves. As awful as they may be to other people, and as awful of a person that they may be, they won't let you, even if they know that, they're not going to let you still tell them who they don't feel that they are. You can call them every name in the book. It's not going to necessarily shake their view of themselves. So that's the one thing that you should be able to take from them. And also, whatever you see yourself being, whatever you see yourself doing, whatever you see yourself having, that's what you get. So whatever you see yourself as, right? Whatever you see yourself as, that's what you are. It's just that they're faking it, but they're not faking it till they make it. They're just faking it. So the one thing you could do is associate yourself with the things that you want, and see yourself being and doing and having the things that you want. Because what you see yourself with, what you see yourself doing, the type of person that you see yourself as, that's what you're going to get. So if you see yourself as a millionaire, you're going to be a millionaire. If you see yourself as a billionaire, you're going to be a billionaire. If you see yourself as somebody that's a lady killer, you're going to be a fly lady killer. You're going to get all the ladies. You're going to be this dude that girls want to talk to, that girls like, that girls are interested in. If you see yourself as a fine woman, if you see yourself as a respected woman, if you see yourself as a woman that a lot of highly prominent, high valued men, successful men are going to want to fall in love with or be associated with or attached to, that's what you're going to be. Only time you cannot be that is when you say that I could never be that. And you're selling yourself short, you're cutting yourself off from all the good things that could be coming into your life. All you have to do is see yourself as the person that is already. That's why the Bible says, to him who hath. It's something that you already have to possess. It's something that you already have to have the feeling of. You have to see yourself as this. You have to have the feeling of the person who's already possessed everything that they wanted in life, who already sees themselves having everything that they want in life, who already sees themselves as the person they wish to be. And this is why people will tell you you have to live in the end. If you were to live in the end of your dream, what would it look like? If you were to live in the end of the type of life that you want to have, meaning you already have it, you already have the home, the car, the wife or the husband, the children, the house. All right, probably want to hold off on having any kids for a little while. You probably want to be able to enjoy that. Not to say you couldn't, but if you don't have any, you know, you might want to be able to go on vacations and stuff like that with your husband or your wife. And everyone who has had children, they liked to enjoy their significant other, and you may just want to have that time to yourself for a little bit. See yourself as the one who already is the person that they want to be. If you want to be a hairstylist, you may not be able to braid a braid at all, or you may not be able to crochet or do a design at any time. But you have to see yourself as the top hairstylist. You have to see yourself as one of the most sought after hairstylists in your area. You already have to see yourself as that. And once you mentally associate yourself with that, the universe, God, your life, the world will give that to you, because that's what you associate yourself with. You only get what you are, and you only get what you already have. That's why the Bible says, to him who hath, it shall be given. To him who hath but does not have, it shall be taken away. If you get something and you don't have it mentally, that's where most people end up not being able to hold on to opportunities. It slips through their hands. They think something bad is going to happen, and they don't end up being able to continue on the same path. Um, Something will happen and come sweep it away. They'll be like, what happened? They felt it was too good for them. You can't feel that. Feel, right? Your feeling will attract. You can't feel like things are too good for you and that you don't deserve things, because otherwise you're not going to be able to associate yourself with the one who has, with the one who is. And that's where narcissists go completely wrong, because they have this idea about themselves, but they don't really necessarily associate themselves with it, because they have a fragile sense of self, and they have a low self-esteem. This is just like a Project Bluebeam kind of thing. This is just a hologram, right? It's like going to see the Tupac hologram perform. You see him perform, you see him do his thing, but it's not really Pac. You see them perform, but that's not really who they are. So you can learn something from that. All right. You can take that and remix it and flip it and Uno reverse card it and flip the script for yourself. And you can see yourself as the person that you wish to be, because you're only going to get what you see yourself as. If you see yourself as that doctor, you're going to be able to become that doctor. If you see yourself as that singer, you're going to be able to become that singer. If you see yourself as somebody that could live in a nice fancy home, you can become that person who lives in that nice fancy home. All right. You should get a you should get a vision board, and you should put the things on that vision board that you see yourself becoming and that you see yourself doing, because that way you will mentally associate yourself with it, and you'll see yourself with it, because the things that you see yourself with, that's all you get. All you get is what you see yourself with. If you see yourself being poor or broke or busted and disgusted, that's all you're going to get. If you see yourself not being able to get out your situation financially, that's what you're going to get. If you see yourself as stuck in a rut, that's what you're driving a putt-putt, that's what you're going to get. Whatever you see yourself with, you are psychologically associating yourself with. and subconsciously associating yourself with. You're only going to be able to do and get the things that you see yourself being and doing. So it's very important that regardless of what's going on in your life, that you use your imagination and you decide for yourself the things that you want. You have to be open-minded and you cannot be closed-minded, because a closed-minded person is only a person who's closing off their good from them with their negative way of thinking. You have to have a positive way of thinking to where you are opening your imagination, opening up your mind, using your imagination, and seeing the things that you would like to have already in your life. And you are already the one who can have it, already the one who is the person who's able to get those things. Most people tell themselves that they can't do it, and that's why they don't end up doing it. They tell themselves that they can never live in a home like that, and they feel that way. When you tell yourself that, it's only because you feel that way and you're not aware that you can change that. That's what affirmations are for. People sleep on affirmations, but they're unaware of the science behind it. What you tell yourself and what you think about yourself can change how you feel towards life. If you feel that you're not the one, you can tell yourself and you can change the way you feel, so that way you can feel like you're the person who can do the things that they want in life, that they aspire to be, do, and the things that they would like to acquire. You can acquire what you desire. It's all up to you, and it's all up to your mind. You have to be able to see yourself in your mind's eye. All right. You have to be able to visualize yourself as the person who can have what they want. If you beat yourself down to the point to where you think something is too good for you, all you have to do is reverse that and start speaking differently to yourself to change your atoms. Because right now your being is comprised of what you tell yourself over the past 11 months. If you told yourself all last year that you could never, you can't have, you can't, that's what your atoms are going to become. That's the frequency you're going to emit, and that's the plane that your energy is going to be vibrating on. You're going to be vibrating. Your vibration is going to be in the nation of I can't have, I can't do, I'll never get. That's only for somebody rich and famous. And that's how people cut themselves off. If there were everyday regular people doing things that they thought they could never do, you would not feel that way. The only reason why you feel that way is because you haven't worked on your mind, and the only stories that are primarily out there ready for you to access are for people who are already successful, not people who work their way up from the bottom, not people who changed their mind and over time formulated their thoughts to create the life that they want, to see themselves as who they want so they could have what they want. And that's what you have to do with your mind. It takes work. But once you start to change those things, how you speak, how you think, and how you see yourself, your life will change drastically and dramatically. And you will start to acquire things, and you will start to become what you see yourself as. This is how people sculpt their body. This is how people change their life financially. This is how people change where they live geographically, and what they're living in and how they're living, what they're driving, what they're eating, what they're dressing like, how they feel about themselves. All right, you can do that with your mind. It's just you have to work your mind. You have to use the techniques that are being told to you in this video. And you might want to come back and rewatch this video as many times as you can, because this is very powerful stuff. This is nothing to play around with. This can change your life forever, and this can change your life for the better. This isn't just something clever to put together in a video for likes, clicks, views, and shares and subscribers. This is something that can alter your mind, alter your vision of yourself, so that way you could be the person that you always knew that you could be. Because deep down inside, you know that you deserve better, and you have a version of yourself that you see yourself as. You just have to work on yourself to fully believe that you can be that person. And I'm here to tell you right here and right now that you can. And at the end of this video, I know some of you already know that you are and feel that you are. And I commend you and kudos to you. So now with this new idea, now with this new information, choose to do the right thing for you and your mind and see yourself being what you want to be. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button. I will see you in the next video. This has been another Drutube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. We out. Peace, love, and light.